Something many of our grandmothers did out of necessity and as a hobby.
And now the Chattanooga Library is hoping to teach many more generations the tradition of sewing with a modern twist. Latricia Thomas has tonight's Made in Our Hometown. Latricia.
Well, sitting right next to a 3D printer and a space where anyone can plug into the gig is the library's new sewing lab, a place where they are feeding a lot more than a sewing machine with a little needle and thread. Walking down the aisle of a public library, the title options are endless. And now with a new addition to the 4th floor,
we have an event space, we have a zine library, we have a laser cutter, vinyl cutter, 3D printing.
So are the opportunities to make.
Sewing is like a basic skill that's been around for centuries, right? So we do have like the high tech up here on the 4th floor, but low tech is a big part of being in a maker space as well.
The new sewing lab has several machines.
It's kind of jagged right here.
And an expert designer ready to help. Through free one-on-one appointments and group workshops.
So each of these intensive workshops will have sort of like a sneaky topic that actually teaches you, and a part of sewing that doesn't always get taught in classes.
With each stitch.
Good.
And cut.
So that's for advanced sewers, but also for beginner sewers as well.
The library staff can help Chattanoogans take charge of their own projects.
What an incredible way for us to tap into what our community really wants to do with this space.
Giving the phrase "made in our hometown" a whole new meaning for people who've never pushed one of these pedals on their own.
The sewing machine is a couple $100s, so it's not accessible for everybody. So it doesn't matter where you're from, what your interests are, but if you're that budding designer and you need a place to start, you can come to the library and learn how to do that.
We're a huge crafting-based state. The Appalachia traditions that we're going to be able to pass on this way are incredible, but also it's such a hot topic right now. It's such a trend. DIY, buy local, do it yourself, handmade. Those are all things that we want to empower people to be able to own for themselves.
The sewing lab received a donation of fabric from a New York designer to help anyone learn how to upcycle their clothing without having to buy any new material. For a list of their upcoming workshops or the personal tutorial time, go to the Made in Our Hometown section of NewsChannel9.com.